Hi, Mr. Asher. It's Group 3 here. Kaya Hudson, Rachel Garner, Kathy Liu, and Sloan Mitchell. And what we chose to analyze in Heart of Darkness is light. So we are going to go ahead and analyze it, and Rachel's going to go ahead and read the thesis.
So our thesis aimed to examine how different forms of light that Joseph Conrad uses throughout the novella could show different connections to the theme. So in our thesis, we said, in his novella Heart of Darkness, Joseph Conrad uses frequent descriptions of light and dark to enhance his message of the ironic and destructive nature of European imperialism in Africa.
This is our first quote from Chapter 1. The sun set, the dusk fell on the stream, and lights began to appear along the shore. The Chapman Lighthouse, a three-legged thing erect on a mudflat, shone strongly. Light of ships moved in the fairway, a great stir of lights going up and going down. And farther west, on the upper reaches, the place of the monstrous town was still marked ominously in the sky, a brooding gloom in the sunshine, a lurid glare under the stars. So, in this first example, Conrad explains the ambiguous nature of light and dark. His illustration shows that light doesn't always equal good and dark doesn't always equal bad, but rather both often lie in a gray in-between area. Conrad describes how the setting sun created a brooding gloom in the distance, and the nearby town glared luridly beneath the stars. Ironically, the light in the scene doesn't give off the usual positive tone that light often brings. It is a much more somber and uncheerful tone.
In our second quote, we chose, it, as in Africa, had ceased to be a blank space of delightful mystery, a white patch for a boy to dream gloriously over. It had become a place of darkness. So throughout Heart of Darkness, Conrad provides numerous illustrations of the irony of imperialism. While many European nations saw their expansion into Africa as mutually beneficial to both races, in actuality, it established an antagonistic relationship. Europeans saw Africa as the blank slate to expand their seemingly superior culture and knowledge, whilst benefiting from the lush and profitable natural resources African regions offered. When Conrad describes the world as mysterious and wondrous, the audience imagines a darker place, not the whiteness of an open land. The Western world fills in the white African land with corruption, selfishness, and abusiveness, or altogether darkness.
This is our third quote. This is Marlowe speaking about Kurtz's painting. Then I noticed a small sketch in oils on a panel representing a woman, draped and blindfolded, carrying a lighted torch. The background was somber, almost black. The movement of the woman was stately, and the effect of the torchlight on the face was sinister. So this is another example in where Conrad is trying to prove that light doesn't always signify good. In this case, the background of the painting was a somber, almost black. It would be expected that the light provided by the torch would help illuminate in a good way, but in this case, the effect of the torchlight was sinister.
So for our fourth quote, we chose a more simple one, which said that there is no joy in the brilliance of sunshine. So this is yet another example of how light isn't always good, according to Conrad. In most literature, sunlight is a symbol of happiness, knowledge, and truth. However, in Heart of Darkness, it is pretty much the opposite. There's no joy in the sunlight. The Europeans thought that they were bringing light by colonizing Africa, but as we explained earlier, they were actually bringing oppression.
Our fifth quote is from Chapter 3. I know that sunlight can be made to lie too, yet one felt that no manipulation of light and pose could have conveyed the delicate shade of truthfulness upon those features. This is similar to the last quote in that Conrad is redefining the significance of sunlight. From his experience in the African Congo, Marlowe doesn't trust sunlight anymore. Though it appears to illuminate the truth, Marlowe knows that light is quite deceitful.